Hi, this is part 2 on how to do the Larksfoot or icicle stitch. In part 1 I showed you how to do row 1 and 2. Now I'm going to show you how to do row 3 and 4. Okay, I've changed my color. I'm going to use the light brown because your finished work is going to look like this. So I'm going to stick to the same colors as my sample so you can see how it would look when it's finished. Okay, so I'm going to show you row 3 and row 4. I'm going to dry my wool in the same place as I finished off the previous color. For this row, don't worry about the ends. I'll sort that out at a later stage. I normally like to work over my ends, but to keep it clearer as possible, I'm going to just leave my ends loose. For this row, we start with 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can see, we have 3 double crochet. We're not working in the first one or the second one. We're going to work in the third one, the third stitch, because the chain 4 counts as a double crochet, chain 1. So we're going to work in the stitch over here, 1 double crochet. Now to make the Larksfoot pattern, we're going to be working in this space at the bottom from row 1, and we're going to make a elongated double crochet where we work over this chain 1 and that chain 1. So you do the wool over your hook as if you would for a normal double crochet, but instead of working in this space or in this stitch, we're going to work in the stitch below it, below the one we would normally work in. Pull up the wool through from the back so that you're working over row 2 and row 1 and 2. You must be working over it, not in front, and you complete it as you would for a normal double crochet. So your elongated double crochet will look like that in the front, and at the back, it will look like that, exactly the same. So it's just this piece from the previous row is a bit long. I should have actually trimmed it. Then we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch. Going to chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next stitch. Elongated double crochet in the chain 1 space. So it's wool over to the back of row 1 through the chain 1 space. Pull up the wool so you have 3 loops on your hook like a normal double crochet, except that you have a long piece in front. Wind over and complete the double crochet. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet, elongated double crochet, wool over, insert it to the back of chain 1 space of row 1 and pull up the wool. Wind over the wool and pull through 2 and complete the double crochet. Double crochet in next stitch. Chain 1, double crochet in the second stitch from the previous double crochet, elongated double crochet to the back of chain 1 space from row 1 and pull up the wool. Complete the double crochet. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch and double crochet in the next stitch. Time for elongated double crochet. Insert hook from front to back through the chain 1 space of row 1 and pull up the wool, and complete the double crochet. Double crochet in next stitch, chain 1 and double crochet in the top of the chain 3 from row 2, the turning chain 3. Chain 4, which counts as a double crochet, chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, double crochet in next 3 stitches. Chain 1, double crochet in next 3 stitches, skipping the chain 1 space of the previous row. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, which is the chain 1 of the previous row, 3 double crochet. So your work should start looking like that. You can see the icicles and you can see the chain 1 spaces, how they, I don't know, they're the 2 from the previous row, and this row there's another 2, one above the other one, and we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. And then the previous row we had 6 blocks, which is the multiple of the stitches I started with. So I chained 1, skipped a stitch, and I'm chaining 3 double crocheting. Now when we get to the end, chain 1 and double crochet in the top of the chain 4, but we work in the top of chain 3, not chain 4. And from now on you are going to be repeating rows 2 and 3. You keep repeating rows 2 and 3 until you get the desired length. Let me know how the stitch goes. Until later.